What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
We are live.
It's never the same without any head bobbing. There it is. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you directing real quick? What are you doing in there?
This is
I
nuts.
couldn't remember which one
This is,
Did we start on time? Kinda.
we're kind of on time.
12:09 start time. That's pretty good for us.
That is good.
Pretty good.
I like the camera action right there at the first. That was great.
Oh, yeah.
The Omicron has gotten Emmy.
Yep.
So we are without TV direction today, but we still are the pivot, and we are still feature the juice. We're still brought to you by Bass Bank. We're still executively produced by currently standing fourth place, Toby. I think
Is it? I wasn't able to look.
he's on the cusp of the show, which got third last year. We could have got second, but we changed our lineup to try to beat Gardy. Anyway, he could finish higher than the show.
So I forgot. We finished third last year.
Third.
So you made a little money then last year, right?
I did.
That's awesome.
I'm making some good money in Heads Up this year, too.
And you won a week last year, didn't you?
We did. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good year.
We broke even on that and then made money at the end. And the show so far has broke even and we're like 40 points out, I think, from third place right
We've
now
been on a little bit of a roll.
with 2 weeks to go. So we're actually doing something. Also, the mic sounds a lot louder. Did I do something? Was that me?
No.
Anyway, sounds better. How is everybody? How's Juice?
Merry Christmas, guys.
Maybe.
Been a couple weeks since we've been together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
Jared's fault.
Yeah.
We'll just go
Out
ahead.
of
True.
family.
In case anybody was
you know,
wondering why we didn't have a show
having
last week.
people loved him in his life.
That's
like,
true.
Doing stuff.
It's all
I
true.
know. Family and Christmas and loved ones.
What a loser.
I mean, Jesus Christ, what are those? Anyway, yes, Jared is very much a family man and was needed last week, and he's kind of the key to the puzzle. So, anyway,
I had a good Christmas.
our holiday resolution is to next year bring 18 straight shows somehow.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, 16 out of 18 is not going to be bad this year.
No, that's pretty good.
I mean, this is will be our first full year because
Yeah.
we started mid-season the first year.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, we're ending pretty well. We've been doing good the last.
yeah, the show's
Making up
doing
for
good.
those
Everything's doing
57
good. I think
points
we
we
got,
got down the week.
everything's formulating better. The show's working. We got new computers, new cameras. This is going to be a good segue to talk about the computer Caleb Williams. I know
Yep.
that OU football is hot on Juice's mind right now.
Well, I mean, let's get into it. We can, at the end, if we have time, we'll talk about it.
Anybody who is not an OU fan at this point, you just fast forward. We got 10 minutes of this. Or wait,
No,
not
no,
10
no, no,
minutes.
no. Let's do it at the end. Let's do it at the end.
Oh, at the end we're
At
going to
the
talk about
end.
it? Okay,
Yeah.
that way you won't
I
have to
want
cut
to
out.
build it up because I want to get fired up today.
Yeah. Since we weren't here last week to tell you our lineup, we all built similar lineups.
We did.
We were on the same plays. Jared, who was in charge of the show lineup, built independently after reading some stuff that Juice put out, built a lineup, and it finished really well. At one point, I thought we might win again.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
in first for a long time.
Yeah, we were kind of bring him along. Remind me and the rest of the people who may watch this and listen to this, who was the build? You got it up?
Getting it right now. It's here it is. We finished fourth overall
Well,
That's
we
great.
finished fourth and fifth.
and fifth. Yeah, because Juice got fifth.
Yeah.
He was-
Wow, a little
Yeah.
comeback at the end, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I had a
Waddle
Monday
and
night
the-
hammer.
I was like 12th, I think.
Waddle was my Monday night hammer.
Nice.
You were 12th.
I found out that Charging Cowboy, who finished second, is Tana, who is Gardy's business partner in Run Good,
Ooh.
and owns two lovely Thai restaurants here in Tulsa. Shout out to
Which ones?
the Tropical and Lonnie Thai,
Oh,
both
I did not know that.
both near you.
Yeah, I like them both.
They're both lovely restaurants. They're my nephew's favorite. Anyway, shout out to Tana, who I thought had won. I gave him the congratulatory, hey, good job on the week. And he's like, I got second, asshole.
I
Yeah.
love Thai food. It might be my favorite cuisine.
It's one of mine. I
love it.
You know me, I don't eat a lot of rice now. But when I am eating rice, I love me some Thai food.
Yeah, love Thai food.
I thought it was interesting.
Did they
last
give you
week.
enough time to remember what we actually built last
Yeah,
week?
yeah. I thought it was interesting last week. In the top 5 spots, without having to show, me and Juice had 4 people in the same spot.
Nice.
And then we also collectively we had like 4 of the same place.
Yeah, we definitely
altogether.
were on the same place. Yeah,
But, we
I like
had-
that. That means we were doing good because not everybody was on those plays.
No, I had we had John Johnson at the quarterback. We all had Justin Jackson, which is an obvious play. Ronald Jones, Antonio Brown, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Mark Andrews, who's done 3 weeks in a row of like 30 fantasy points.
He's on fire.
Goddard, who blew it, and then the Bears, because that's who I could afford.
You and I both. I mean, we made really. Each of our lineups had one sort of mistake in there.
Look what I did for the people, Jared.
What'd you do?
I brought your lineup up.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Yeah, your mistake, in my opinion, was Goddard. Right?
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
wasn't a bad play. But
I don't. We talked about this a little bit. He had 5,100 he could have used, and I don't know who he would have played there. I don't know who.
I mean, if
I
we
tried.
wanted to-
Believe me, I tried to dissect
Yeah.
this lineup, Julio, so that we could.
I did. I had.
I wanted to be able to
I had,
complain and be like,
Burkhead.
if you'd only talked to us, right?
Yeah.
If you'd only just checked with us, we would have got you there.
The best spot, or I had Burkhead in his spot for a little bit, but I didn't feel great about it.
Burkhead would have been nice because it could have got you off your terrible defense choice.
Right,
I wasn't.
and I
That was
thought
my
about-
only. When I saw the lineup, I was like, "Whoa, Chicago!" And then I was like, "Okay, maybe this is a snow play."
Yeah, that's like I loved everything else, and I thought Goddard would have a better game, but he didn't.
I actually played Goddard in my lineup, so I can't
Yeah.
really complain. So maybe that's what my defense. Who would you have?
oh, my mistake.
I mean, this is hindsight 2020, so
I
we might
had-
as well.
I had 2 glaring mistakes as I played. But, here's the thing. If I had gone with Johnson at quarterback, my build probably would have been radically different. So
It's hard
I
to
went
say.
with, I
It's
went
chaos
with
theory.
Stafford at quarterback,
Yeah, a lot of people. That's a good play.
which I thought was a decent play going in. And then
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Barkley in my flex, had I gone with like Higbee, let's
Yeah.
say.
I went
or-
with Johnson, 1, after you sent us the cash lineup, and 2, after I realized I looked at some game logs and was like, whatever quarterback they put in there seems to be doing
Yeah.
pretty well
Yeah.
fantasy
They're
wise.
just
Plus, Mark
Jackson
Andrews is
imitations.
just hot, right?
Baltimore-
That was my mistake. I didn't play Andrews. I kind of went and refinished my lineup late and put Johnson in and didn't realize that I had taken Andrews out.
Yeah.
Not smart. Anyway, that's the problem with late last minute tinkering.
But Baltimore seems to get these mobile quarterbacks that kind of are sort of Lamar Jackson.
And Johnson's been in the league a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like he doesn't know how to
No,
run
I
an
mean, it
NFL.
was- I think it was a good play, and it opened up a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought we had good lineups.
Good lineups. I think
Yeah.
we're in the hunt, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
think
You
we're
said
in
40
it,
points from third.
which means we're really close to second. Because didn't you tell me, Julio, that first kind of has a little distant lead, and then second, third, and everybody else is pretty grouped up. What I've noticed is that Heckenkamp was in second, and he's now like the fifth, and Toby was first, and he's fourth. So the top spots are really close, and I know for a fact we're 40 points from third.
Yeah.
So big improvement. We without that little rough spot in the middle, we
I
were
know we'd be sitting pretty.
I mean, we realistically could have the 50-cent piece could have been our lineups for a couple weeks. 'Cause
Right.
They scored about 50.
If we just played our
Right.
cash lineups for those few weeks, we would have been killing it.
I know.
We
We
really
probably would
would.
be in first.
We would be winning for sure if we had
think
played
so.
our cash lineups through that hard period. But hey, hindsight 2020, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So what quickly, because this is one of my favorite. What was the Millie Maker? Did you enter?
Yeah, I did. I entered the lineup that I had. I made sure it was right this time. The Millie Maker, best lineup on the week,
Excuse me.
scored 268 points. They had Joe Burrow, Justin Jackson, Joe Mixon.
So this was a week.
Jamar Chase,
this was a
T. Higgins, like 4 or 5.
If that
Arms
if,
slot.
if that guy
Yeah.
only played
Stack.
Boyd instead of Higgins, right? Or Boyd
Yeah.
instead of Chase. Yeah. Yes. This was a week you either played. I lost to Burrow in fantasy in my semifinal. You either had Burrow, or you didn't, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So we had the best kind of non-Burrow lineup you could
Yeah,
have.
we had no exposure to that. Barrios for the Jets, he got 15 points. He was in the Millionaire Maker. He was 3,500, which actually Justin Palmer scored, or Joshua Palmer scored more than
So
him.
he's the one play that I played that we may have could have put in that in the
Goddard spot, but we'd have like $2,000 left over.
yeah, we could have played a decent defense.
Yeah, that's true, but that's definitely where we could have gone. He also had Mark
I mean,
Andrews.
obviously, this is hindsight. You played a great lineup.
Yeah.
Please don't. This is
No, yeah, no.
super analytical. Let's give Jared a hard time. because the lineup was great.
I
I
enjoy
took.
giving Jared a hard time.
I do too. It's actually my favorite
I
thing
don't-
about the
I
show.
don't mind it.
But
Damian Harris was in his
I'm
flex,
glad you don't
31
mind it.
points, and then Eagles was the defense they used, 16 points, 3,600.
Eagles was a smart play. That was one that in reflecting.
I
was like,
forgot actually. My Monday night hammer was Waddle, and I had the Dolphins defense.
oh wow!
Oh, nice.
So that's what kind of like
Because
catapulted
I did
me
not
up.
see you going to fifth or where'd you
Yeah.
finish?
Fifth.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Dolphins defense.
Yeah,
'cause they
it's-
exploded.
You and
They
I are
did.
you and I are like right next to each other in the standings.
Really?
And we're just right behind the show. So
Yeah.
we're there. We're showing. I'd love to finish in the top 3 back to back.
Yeah,
Right?
that'd be awesome.
So that's your goal, Jared. Pump it up. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I haven't played anything. I'm gonna play a sound. Well, I played the instrument music,
You did.
which we haven't updated sounds in a while. That's for Atlanta.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We still dream of playing Oops, I Did It Again.
Yes, we still did not get Oops, I Did It Again in. I would like that. Okay, next segment we have on the list of segments. Let's guess the chalk.
Yeah.
This has actually
Let's do it.
become
Yeah, I love
my
this.
absolute favorite part of the show because Jared is so terrible at it. and last week set new standards of terribleness that I didn't know we could reach.
It's going to be hard for
He-
Jared
he
to
guessed-
name a player that's not playing.
Yeah, I
this
gotta.
He went
I gotta keep the
last
streak
week he
up.
went player not playing on the to basketball player.
to a basketball player, and then I got it right on the third try. On the third one, I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right after you guessed the basketball player. That's awesome.
week. You got Smokey the cat.
That
Cat.
He
He just
went-
said full PPR. That's
Okay.
it.
that means the
Sure.
question's coming. And Smokey the cat.
I love full PPR. Smokey the cat.
I love that you win the nickname so far,
Yeah.
Smokey the cat.
Cat. Smokey the cat. Cat.
Oh, it's
Smokey
two
the cat,
cats.
cat.
I think
Yeah,
you're
I see
reading.
it.
Oh, it
I
is
see
Smokey the cat.
It's like cat.
So anyway, we could spend 20 minutes on that.
I love this.
That's a great name. Smokey the cat. Cat is a great name. That's
You get high?
I don't get that.
Okay. I'm not judging.
This actually
that might be the first
That-
proper
yeah,
use
that-
of the sound
That
ever,
makes
right?
sense. We now see the vision.
I love it. This is perfect. Yay.
We can't get rid of that sound now. Every single time someone says something dumb, that's what we press, right?
Anyway, I'm having fun today. Good day. We're kind of holiday. I don't have any work tomorrow. Does anybody have to work tomorrow?
I feel like I haven't worked in a month. Honestly.
Welcome to Jared's life.
Yeah.
I work.
Where every day is sunshine and daydream. Okay, so we're going to guess the chalk, right?
Yep, let's guess the chalk.
Okay, since we're going to do that, I got to get under.
Okay. We're gonna start with quarterback.
That's a good place to start. I have not looked up any numbers, so I'm literally doing this blind.
Okay.
I've got
This
three
is the most
favorites.
fun.
I got three favorites. So let's see. Let's you guess
Oh,
first,
you
then
got
I'll
three
guess. One.
guesses. He's
You got
like,
3 guesses now? Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
yeah,
boom.
it's,
Okay.
and we don't have Emmy to make us look terrible, right?
That's true.
Emmy should be watching the stream. But she's got COVID. Did I mention that?
Yes.
And without
I don't know if you'd mentioned it on stream, but
So
yeah.
Emmy has COVID. We miss her, and I
Feel
hope I
better.
didn't do any
Feel better.
HIPAA laws violations by mentioning that.
If you do have COVID, feel better.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Wow, this is tough. Jared, you go since you have 3 guesses.
I'll be honest. I have no feel for like the ownership this week.
No, me neither. Jared, guess.
So I'm gonna guess the chalk is Josh Allen.
That's the top. Or did you mean top price
Top-
quarterback?
Top four.
Oh wow,
Top
that's a
four.
pretty good start. Okay, let me go. I got to beat that.
Then I have 2 more. See if
Kyler
they're in
Murray. Not in the top 4.
Top 7.
there. Top 7. All right, here's another one. Tom Brady against the Jets. Is he not up there?
Sixth.
Oh my God! All right, last one. This is my favorite one. I just didn't think it'd be it. Matthew Stafford.
I gotta scroll down. a
Oh
little
my
bit.
God!
Okay, I got 2 more. If he gets that many guesses, I get 2 more. I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
Number 2.
Number 2. Wow.
Well, let's get hold on. This is like Family Feud. We're squaring it in here. We got it. And number 1, it's got to be cheap as shit, right?
Christian and I watch Family Feud a lot, by the way.
I'm a
We
big
love that show.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Steve Harvey rocks.
Yeah, I love Steve Harvey and everything. We could do a whole podcast on Steve Harvey. Wow. Okay, number 1 is gonna be.
I have no idea if it's,
It's
not
gonna
any
be
of the 3 I
him.
named.
It's gonna be Mahomes.
Mahomes is 5th.
Oh, damn it.
Who's number
Dak
one?
Prescott is number 1.
Wow, I thought
I guess
about-
that makes sense.
I mean, they've been kind of surging off.
He scored 42 fantasy points in the first half, and then he did nothing because they probably sat him.
Number 3 kind of blows me away, but when I think about it, kind of makes sense.
Who is it?
Trey Lance.
Ugh,
Trey Lance, really?
God.
I mean, they're playing Houston.
Yeah.
That gives me hope.
He's mobile,
How much is he?
6,400.
No, I'm not playing Trey Lance.
There's no chance I'm playing Trey Lance.
Zero exposure for me to
Yes.
Trey Lance.
I mean, for all you multi-lineup guys, you go get them. But my single lineup guy is not playing Trey Lance.
No.
And do not send that Sunday morning, not even as a joke.
No.
Like, don't even do it. I can't. Sunday mornings are stressful for me.
Gonna make a little
I
note.
can't take the Trey Lance lineup.
Trey Lance.
The Jacksonville double
Send
stack
out an
almost did me in. So,
That initial lineup
and
with
did you
Trey
see
Lance.
I'm playing for $1,000? There's no way I'm putting this lineup in.
Okay.
He did agree with me in the end on that one. I'm going to blame the and we're going to dedicate this show to the loss of Julio's dog.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a
Yeah,
lover of my dog, who is 14 years old, so I understand. How old was your dog?
She was 14.
Yeah, so yeah, it's and anyway, Julio's dog left us was it last night? No,
Last Tuesday.
last-
2 Tuesdays ago.
Anyway, the Sunday that he sent me the Jacksonville lineup, he was dealing with that, and it was clear that there was something else on his mind.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not making light of the dog.
No.
I'm understanding the cash Jacksonville play. Anyway,
I got very little sleep for 4 days.
kind of can't imagine
Oh,
losing my
man.
dog.
So anyway,
My dog's losing his teeth. He can barely walk up the stairs. It's rough.
It's rough.
Anyway, we'll get back to fun.
Yes.
Yep.
But Julio's dog was cool. So
Let me. This one surprises me.
this is for Julio's dog.
Yay!
Good
thank
job.
you. Joe Burrow is like 3% owned this week
I had people not. I guess they don't.
against Kansas.
This is
City.
breaking news. They don't watch football.
I mean that's a potential shootout, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I'll build around Joe Burrow in our
I mean,
lineup.
I'm
and have
shocked. I'm shocked he's that low owned projected. But anyway, that one was surprising.
Let's
Let's
flip
go
over to
running
running back.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's do yeah. So we're gonna guess the chalk on running
I
back.
hope you guys get number 1.
I think I should.
Go ahead. I'll let you say
Is it Rashad Penny?
it. No, that
It is not.
Well, everyone else is dumb then. He's against Detroit, and he's gotten 20 points, like, consecutively.
not everybody's next level thinker, Jared. Like
Yeah,
you.
everyone else is I don't know why I haven't won the millionaire.
It's Jonathan
Maker. This is
Taylor,
the
right?
chalk.
I mean, I'm looking for Penny.
Well, sweet. I don't want anyone to have him.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
like
all
him.
the points.
We'll put. Is he? We're gonna.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. He's in my first build too.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of him as a play. There was
I'm
no
not-
way
just
he was
kinda
going to be
shocked
the
he's not-
chalk.
he's
There's
not
zero chance that. There's a lot of people who do DFS that don't look into any of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to be. Is it Jonathan Taylor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I
Well,
just-
that's
the way he-
easy.
well, we've known each other for 40 years. He tipped that off.
Rashad Penny is projected 0.8% owned this week.
What a
Wow.
wow.
That's not the chalk. That's
That's crazy.
That is crazy. He's
'Cause
against.
I do think he's a pretty good play.
It's it's Detroit. He had 17
Yeah.
attempts last week. He gets some targets.
I wonder if this is off a little bit. But anyway, number 2.
Anyway, I like Penny in our lineup. I didn't as the guessing the chalk. That was a great guess. Anyway, it was great for the brand.
can't believe he's
It was
not
really good
chalky.
for the brand, right? It was really good for the Jared brand that he guessed Rashard
He gets
Penny.
the 37th projected owned running back for the
There
week.
might be another running back on Seattle that's
Yeah.
more highly owned, right?
Oh my God.
yeah, Alex.
I think whoever plays for Alabama is higher percentage owned projected than Rashad Penny this week.
That's awesome.
Let's see here.
Okay.
Number 2. I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
Didn't he tell us? I got Jonathan
he
Taylor.
didn't. You
was-
got it
Number
right.
1.
Yeah.
Taylor's
It's
number
Najee Harris, number 2.
Maybe.
No.
That's from me, not you, by the way.
No. David Montgomery, number 2.
No, that's a great number 2.
Okay.
He had like 30. He had
He's
21
getting a lot of
carries,
volume.
21 carries and
At
9
New York, they're
targets
favored.
9 targets. Wow.
last week. Yeah, I like
He
Montgomery.
got 8 and 7
Montgomery
the
and
week
Penny
before.
are a great running back combo if you want to go 4 pay up receivers, which if we want to do that, I
So
would.
here's the deal. Montgomery is not. Oh, hold on. I think I had FanDuel pulled up. No wonder.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This
Uh-oh.
could change things.
Uh-oh.
No, not a whole lot. Wow. So Jonathan Taylor is. Let's see.
He's not one.
He's not one. He's sixth.
Who's number one?
Ronald
Rashad
Jones
Penny?
is number one.
Really?
Boo.
Smokey the Cat wants to know what we think of his lineup.
It's Smokey the cat, by the way.
Yeah, you like that cat.
Hurts, Deontay, Antonio Brown, Cook, Sony or Rojo, Schultz, and then for flex, Cooper, St. Brown, or
I'm
Jacobs.
assuming this is like a season long. Like,
I guess so, yeah.
Must be playing in a final, right?
yeah.
We didn't do a season cousin Jared opted on getting drunk instead of doing
We did, 'cause I
last start sit show.
I was feeling salty. I'm still feeling salty. I lost.
In the future, the start sit show will revolve a lot around Dusty the lineup.
It's true.
Uh,
I lose interest once I'm eliminated.
I think that's a good lineup. It's better than anything I
He's asking like what
how do we
like
get? I mean,
Sony
Hurts
or
is a great
Rojo?
play. Deontay's a great play.
Yeah.
AB's a great play. Cook's a great play.
Well,
I think Sony Michelle's a great play.
Rojo's a great play.
Like who to play.
Cooper, St. Brown, or Jacobs, I'd play St. Brown. St. Brown's literally been on a huge tear.
Even
I
over
think it's-
Cooper. Cooper's coming off a
Even
monster
over
game.
Maybe Jacobs.
Jacobs had 27 attempts last week. He might be pretty good, but I think
Vegas,
Amon
who are
St.
they
Brown.
playing this week?
I'm going to say you're probably the favorite.
I would probably go Sony.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's going Deontay AB, right? There's nobody. There's
Well, yeah, but I think he's the parentheses. I think that's who he's asking.
okay.
who
I
he
just
should play.
making sure we're agreeing that those are
Yeah.
lock and loads.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I would say Cooper or St. Brown would be my two.
I like St. Brown. I think he's
It's hard to argue with what he's been doing.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's definitely the number one.
We've
so.
been on St. Brown before.
Yeah.
Most people were on St.
We
Brown.
were. I agree because we are awesome.
What
Okay.
about Sony and Rojo? 'Cause
I
think
like
that's-
Sony better. I think
Clarify, Smokey the cat for us what you're asking, and we will be happy to answer. And we'll do wide receiver guess the chalk while you do that.
One observation I had watching the Tampa Bay game, I did not like how much they looked at Keyshawn Vaughn.
No, Rojo to me got lucky to get the points he got
Yeah,
last
I
week.
mean, I feel like
That-
they were.
I would have just that would be the only pick I would have disagreed that worked out for you.
Mhm.
But I probably would have put you. We would end up going to James Robinson, which would have been terrible. So
yeah, we would have got 1 point.
Yeah,
yeah.
that- I mean,
So that's why I'm kind of glad we didn't talk because I would have probably flexed off Rojo or
well,
pivoted.
James Robinson got injured like the first play of the game or something.
I know.
That's just
It was
bad
pretty
luck.
quick.
Yeah. If we could, I mean, that could have gone either way. We could have
Right.
maybe pivoted to a different back. But anyway, Rojo to me concerns me. He's the only player you list that concerns me. Sonny is definitely, Henderson is on the IR,
Sonny
right?
looks really good.
Yeah,
and
that's a
He does
steal.
look good. Seems like he's the guy right now.
Anyway, I was hyped with Guess the Chalk, so let's
wide receiver now.
Yeah.
do it.
And you got the
We
DraftKings
do have DraftKings.
up now.
Wrong button.
All
I
right.
think number one is just clearly
You said,
Obvious, right? Cooper Cup.
obvious. No.
Oh my God.
I love that you set this up now.
It's Baltimore. There's
That's so
literally
good.
the volume
That
is
was so
ridiculous.
good. I know
for
him
every team
so
against
well that I
Baltimore.
knew he was leading you right into guessing Cooper Cup.
Well, it should be.
I just I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at that I knew what he was doing.
I'm laughing at everyone else in the sports area
That's why
because
Julio
no one
should
knows
play
what they're
poker.
doing.
He long gamed you. He used the information from the running
Who's
back.
it going to be? It's not Debo. I mean, it can't be Debo Samuel.
No, it can't.
It could be Devontae
not.
Adams. Did he say that?
No.
Oh wow.
I can't believe you guys aren't getting
All right,
this.
it's
I'm
CD
shocked.
Lamb. Let's see what it
Higgins.
is. It's CD
No.
Lamb.
Higgins.
No.
All right, is it
Just-
Calvin
This guy-
Johnson?
this
Keep
guy-
yelling
this
names.
guy-
Just
this
keep
guy-
yelling
this
names.
guy- guys, he got 50% of the targets.
AJ Brown.
Close.
Oh.
It's another Brown.
Deontay Johnson.
St.
Oh,
Brown. Is he number one?
Who?
St. Brown. Amon St. Brown.
We're
Is
killing.
another Brown. Marquise Brown.
Antonio Brown, guys.
Oh, I thought he said that. Did you not say that?
No.
No, different Brown.
That's why I didn't guess
I
it.
yelled AJ Brown.
He got-
Oh,
he
AJ
got-
Brown.
He got 50% of the targets
He
last
did.
week. 50.
Who did?
Did.
Antonio?
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he was
And
a good
he's
player.
6K. He's 6.1.
He had 15 targets. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
So he's clear with a bullet. Number two.
Jalen Waddle.
No.
I'm so far off number one. There's no way. Deontay Johnson.
Christian Kirk is number two.
Wow.
What the heck is going on?
All right.
It makes
AJ
no sense.
Brown is number three. He's coming back.
Okay,
So that makes a little sense.
Deontay Johnson's one that shocks me.
Cole Beasley is fourth.
Didn't he have COVID?
Wow,
I
everyone's
don't think
really
so. I think Gabe Davis
making
is out.
questionable
and-
moves
No,
Yeah.
Gabe Davis is back. They're both back. Actually.
Why would
Back.
Cole Beasley be fourth? It doesn't make it literally makes no sense to me.
It's the Republicans.
Cooper Cup is fifth. Brandon Cooks is back, I guess. DJ Moore, Allen Robinson. I don't agree with a lot of this.
Yeah, wide receivers
really-
are tough.
Why would you? Whenever McKenzie had that huge game, it kind of makes it look like he's taking Beasley's job. Beasley literally did nothing last week.
Here's where I'm losing it a little bit. It's like, why are Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Hill so far down the list this week?
Because
Right.
the general public isn't necessarily really good at DFS.
I mean, this is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
nobody like?
That's why we have
thinking
these
this is-
shows so that we can
idiots
say,
playing
don't
fantasy
do what these
football."
idiots are doing, right? Like,
I just don't. I mean,
it's literally the
I don't
basis
get
of this
it.
show. Don't do what these idiots are doing.
Maybe-
I'm hoping these
Is
changes.
this Line Star? Is that what you're
No,
looking
no,
at?
this is
No,
Roto-Grinders.
no.
Roto Grinders, their algorithm is messed up. This is what I got to say. I'm right, they're wrong. Their algorithm sucks.
No, I just think your knowledge doesn't just reflect the general DFS public.
But also, I think that's also kind of bad. Sometimes I agree with it pretty good with Road Grinders. This is what we've been using all year, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with it a lot.
Well-
This week, it makes no sense.
Just yeah.
What we want from you is a 5-page report as to why that is. If you'll email that out, we'll read it. Anyway, do we do tight end?
We did not.
We have not.
Well, let's go straight.
I mean, tight end is gonna blow your mind.
Okay,
Blow
so
our minds.
don't
Well,
guess
it's not an
Andrews.
obvious guess, then I guess.
Wow, now he's playing with our minds. He's literally playing with us.
Okay, so I'm going to go really off the wall. This apparently is the only healthy tight end in Jacksonville. Kahale Warning.
Wow.
I was trying to blow some minds.
This is what Steve Harvey goes.
tell me, ask.
He's
This is Steve
2,500.
Harvey just goes.
Let's see, what fraction of
Did you just
percentage?
say what now?
Kahale Warning.
I'm gonna go with
Warning, don't play this guy.
Higby or Henry. Or
What are you talking about, fool?
I'm guessing 2. Higby and Henry.
No.
Neither.
All right, well, our minds are going to be blown. So
Yeah.
who
Cole
is it?
Kmet is your number
Oh,
one
wow.
Wow.
tight end.
Never would have
15%.
guessed that.
Rob Gronkowski's second.
At 15%.
Dallas Goddard is third, and Foster Moreau, show favorites, fourth. Matt's boy C.J. Uzuma is fifth.
I haven't even mentioned his name in like 12 weeks.
You were for a while.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
was
'cause
consecutively mentioned a few times.
I had seen this Burrow explosion coming.
Travis Kelsey, and then whatever a Brevin Jordan is for Houston.
Huh.
is,
I've actually played him. So
Really?
yeah,
He's 2.8. He's 2.8K.
yeah.
I think he's actually done pretty.
He
well.
was Matt Berry's sneaky play of the week last week.
Was he actually a sneaky play?
I hate to admit that I
then
watched
let's get him
that.
out.
Did I just admitted that I watched
Yeah,
Matt Berry's?
dude, I'm so disappointed.
I
in you
apologize.
right now.
I did. I said that over the air.
That is so bad to our
said
brand.
that out loud.
Matt Berry, if you're watching, head to head right now.
I'm ready. Let's do it, Matt Berry. That'd be fun. Come on, it'd be good for you. It'd be good for us.
Yep.
Good for your brand, Matt Berry, to beat us.
That won't happen.
Good for you. I beat those dudes with 100 subscribers.
Okay, so we sucked at Guess the Chalk.
103.
Sorry.
Emmy's present was
Don't discount our subscribers, dude.
Emmy's presence. Oh yeah, exponential growth this year. Emmy's presence was missed at Guess the Chalk, but let's transition over to this is the old school. Any we locking and loading anybody? Anybody we just have to play this week? I would say no. I have no idea. This is a difficult week. These final 2 weeks are going to be tough puzzles to put together.
I was looking at the Bills. It's so hard. this
Right.
week.
The good news is I think there's going to be in Ray's league. There's 35 teams. I think there's going to be 33 builds.
There's
Meaning, 32
teams to choose from this week in Ray's thing.
meaning they're all going to be.
Yeah, they're all
different.
there.
Yeah.
There's not going to be.
Ownership is going to be way spread out.
I agree. And plus, people are trying different things to win weeks, while other people are trying to win the whole thing. We're kind of trying to do both.
So the Seahawks are officially eliminated. You guys know that?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, and so I feel like Rashad Penny is pretty much a lock and load because they don't care what happens to this guy. Really, he's 4 years in the league. He's against Detroit. He's gotten close to 20 attempts the last few weeks. A 6,100, I feel like it, and especially if he's that low owned, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to score a lot of points that other people aren't going to have exposure to.
I already said that he was in my first build. I think it's a good play. So let's see what Juice thinks. Tell us what Juice thinks.
I'm looking at people around.
He doesn't love it. I can tell he doesn't love
I mean, so I do like Penny this week. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie. I also like if Elijah Mitchell plays. I like him at 6,000 against Houston.
There's no reason not to play both.
I also like Darrell Williams from the Chiefs. Now that Hilaire might be out.
Yeah, he looked good last week, even with Hilaire in. How much is Williams?
Sony Michelle. I mean, there's a lot of players around that 6,000 range.
The good news is we could play 3 of them.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm good with Penny. I'm good with Penny.
I
As
like
a lock
Penny.
and load, we
Yeah.
can fit him in.
Yeah.
The only pause I would give on Penny
Oh, hold on.
is he either gets his yards and a touchdown to get us there because he doesn't get a lot of targets.
Right. Don't you think this is going to be a week where the Seahawks are going to be in the lead?
Maybe, unless they've just checked out.
Yeah.
That worries me a little bit too.
I can see
kinda
that.
wanna play
But
people that,
what I've found out about football, when people check out, it's the defense. Everybody likes throwing and catching the ball, right? People check out on the other side. Sorry, guys. That's gross. There's 10 weeks of allergies for y'all in one cough. I like it. I think that's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I do too.
you know, another guy that we've loved in the past.
I wouldn't even mind bringing it back with St. Brown on
No,
this.
I love
DeAndre
that.
Swift is back
Is he?
and he's practicing.
Scares
He's what,
me. That's-
4,500 I think this week.
You know, he's up there. He's 6,000.
Oh, is he 6,000?
This is just my thought on strategy on these next 2 weeks is we have to go low variance. Meaning guys coming back from injury, guys, we
Yeah.
can't take zeros.
Sure.
Yeah.
No. I agree
Yeah, I'd
with
be
that.
I mean, not that
pretty
you ever
afraid to-
want zeros, but I think if we're really truly playing for trying to get in the top 3, we just have to play a more safer cash style lineup.
Do we look at a guy like Dare Ogunbowale?
Remind me who he plays for.
He
Jacksonville.
replaced
Oh,
James Robinson.
okay, I do
yeah.
know who he is. I mean, yeah, what's the
He's 5K. I'm just looking at cheap options.
But the thing is, they're playing New England.
yeah,
true.
that's a tough
and they're probably
matchup.
going to be behind.
Yeah.
So the game script is
Who
absolutely
did
not
I
in his
mentioned?
favor.
There's another pay down I mentioned at running back that I said we could pay down. Oh, Montgomery. Montgomery at 6,500 I like a lot.
I don't mind Montgomery either.
Sure.
We discussed Jacobs at 6,200.
Who's been on? He's gotten a lot more
The
volume the
tough
last few
matchup.
weeks. He hasn't-
I agree with Julio that if Mitchell plays, I like Mitchell a lot. I'm just right now it's hard for us. I like Williams to be honest at 5,800.
Javante.
No,
Darrell
Kansas.
Williams.
Yeah,
I like Sony Michelle too.
I do too.
I mean, there's a lot of guys.
I
in this
think we should
cluster I
just
like.
play 3 of these. I think this week is a week we're going to play 3
I
running
think
backs.
what we're all sort of in agreement is that maybe this isn't the week necessarily. To
I mean,
pay out
even
the
Michael
running back.
Carter, he's playing Tampa Bay, but they're going to be dumping
Yeah.
to him, right? I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, there really are a lot of good running back plays this week. This is going to be hard to. Do we agree that we're going to try to play 3 of these? We think.
Yeah, I think let's. I mean,
What is the equal value at wide receiver at this dollar? Meaning, are there $6,000 wide receivers that?
Yeah, there are. I mean, we could go with
Yeah.
a very balanced build this week. I think. We talked about Antonio Brown. He's 6,100. Amon St. Brown is 6,000. Hollywood Brown is 50.
and Tampa Bay's still trying to get the bye, right?
Yeah, I mean they have something to play for.
Yeah.
Right.
Beckham, we all love Beckham.
We
He's-
talked about Vaughn. I mean, to me, Vaughn's not a terrible play.
No, I love the entire Rams offense this week against Baltimore.
That's who I think we almost should focus on, right? I mean, the other teams that's been giving it up is Cincinnati, right? Has been giving it up. But Baltimore and Cincinnati, they're both just giving it up.
Those games are always very high paced, like a lot of attempts on both sides of the.
I mean,
field.
Baltimore's defense is just terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's just awful.
Well, they have no secondary.
Right.
Everyone's
Literally nobody.
Like,
Literally,
everyone-
that's so. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to just Matthew Stafford, all 3 of them, Jefferson,
Beckham.
Cup,
like
and
an
Beckham.
onslaught stack.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed.
I've never
to that
done
at
an
all.
onslaught stack. Is that what it's called? I like it. New term. Whoa, that was awesome. What? Say it again. Hold on.
Onslaught stack.
You know what we forgot? And
50-cent piece.
how the hell do we forget 50-cent pieces?
There's only one.
I mean, I only have a list right here that tells me what to do. And anyway,
Let's just get real
I'm
quick.
still so,
Onslaught stack.
yeah, that was sick. Is that just an industry term I've never
It is
come
an industry
across?
term. I wish I could take credit for it.
Okay.
I can't.
I just never come across that. I love it. Can we, if we were naming episodes, this is Onslaught Stack episode. We might be the Onslaught Stack.
Yeah.
That might be our new nicknames, the three of us. We're the Onslaught Stack.
The onslaught.
That's
stack.
sick. Okay, I like it. Anyway, sorry about 50 cents pieces.
It's okay. There's only
we
one.
got- I tried to press this button. There we go. Okay, guys. Usually we do this right after the Millie Maker. That's the first thing we do is we discuss where the points, as I like to say, where's the crab that we're all fishing for going to be this week, and that's where the points generally are. And Julio likes to tell us, and I'll do that one more time. Without that, yeah. We only have one this week. You said even on Rays.
You know what I feel good about this week, guys? Because I was driving Christian back from his tennis lesson this morning, and it was Throwback Thursday. 50 Cent came on.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Oh, wow! So what is the Rams the game? That's
No, it's the Cardinals Cowboys is the only 50 cent piece. this week.
wow. What's the Rams?
What is?
game?
Yeah. What is it?
The Rams are they playing? Yeah, 46 and a half.
So it was close.
They don't think Baltimore's going to score that much.
There's two. I'm sorry. There's two games. The Chiefs Bengals is also 51
Oh, wow.
cents.
Yeah.
What about Detroit's game? Detroit Seattle.
I think that's very low.
Yeah, I would
If
assume
if
it's
I
low.
remember.
It's going to be lots of running
there
from
are
Penny.
two games that are under 40 this week.
2?
Yeah.
Wow. What 2 are those?
Which game are you? Did you just ask me for? I'm sorry?
Detroit and
42 and a
Seahawks.
half. Panthers Saints 38.
That makes sense.
Giants Bears 37.
Did you guys see the Saints' third string quarterback play this week?
Dude,
He was terrible.
He was awful.
I'm sorry. Real
I
Toby, but
took New Orleans in that game, and I was like, man.
dude, it was historically bad.
Historically
Performance.
bad. Like that was the game we watched Monday night at the bar. Was that game?
Yeah, I
It
didn't
was
watch any of it.
terrible.
I fell asleep. Wow. Okay. Not a lot of 50 cent pieces.
No.
So we're going to skip over, and then we're going right back to my second favorite time of the week, other than Guess the Chalk, which has become my favorite. Let's do favorite stacks, right? Like,
Yep.
Jared, you start us off.
I've got two. My favorite one is Matthew Stafford, Cup, Beckham, and Van Jefferson. All of them.
Come on, dude. You mean the Onslaught stack?
Yeah, the onslaught
Okay.
stack.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
likes the Onslaught stack. Okay.
And then I also like Tom Brady, AJ Brown, and Gronkowski against Antonio Brown.
That's
yeah.
just a mere double stack, right?
Yeah, that's just a double stack against the Jets.
Do we have any run it backs with your Onslaught? Or your
If
double?
Elijah Moore is healthy, I'd run it back with him.
Okay. What about in the other one?
The other one, Baltimore. I mean, what's wrong with playing Andrew Jackson? I mean,
Andrew Jackson.
not Andrew
Wow.
Jackson.
Wow. Yeah. Yes.
What's his name?
There's nothing wrong with playing Andrew Jackson. Absolutely.
Mark Andrews.
He's like $7,800 this week or something. That's
Yeah,
that,
but 7,400. But I mean, that's 3 weeks in a row, 30 points.
so we would agree the Onslaught stack is also known as the expensive stack.
Yeah,
then.
it's expensive.
Okay. I
mean,
like both.
Cooper
I'm not going to
Kupp's-
lie. The Onslaught stack, let's see what I had. Let's hit import and see what I had brought up. Oh, no available lineups yet. I hadn't built a lineup yet out of this. No. Sorry, great radio here. I love Burrow.
Yeah.
I love, with any of the three, we could Onslaught stack Burrow.
We could.
I love Hurts if he's healthy against Washington, which I'm guessing we probably play in our cash lineup. But favorite stack, if I am tied into one, I think I would build around my boy Kyler Murray back in Texas playing against Dallas, and I may just play him naked.
What was it? Christian Kirk was the number one on the FanDuel list.
I'm going. Here's what I'm going. This is innovative and daring. I'm going Murray, Onslaught stack minus Stafford, and something off Dallas. I don't know. Cooper on down as the flex
I don't hate it.
with the cheap receivers. Penny,
Or cheap running backs.
yes, Penny and
Penny.
Montgomery most likely would be my two. Anyway, that's kind of my whole build there. Kind of we're visioning.
I like it.
I don't know if I'd Onslaught all three of them running it back, but I might run back two Rams receivers even if I don't play the Rams quarterback.
I feel like every single one.
I really like Jefferson this week. I just think with No, the other Jefferson.
Van Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson, I love every week,
Yeah.
and I would play him if he was affordable every week. Van Jefferson, I think, is affordable coming off a week where I think he's going to be low owned because he kind of dudded out. And I think he's I like him. So let's do this. This is, I think, what I think makes the show what it is, and that's the Juice's willingness to put his privates out there and let them be stomped on and tell us what we're going to play, and we're all going to either say we love it or we don't. So, Juice, what's your favorite stack?
I mean, I love both you guys' calls.
Which one? What was my call?
Well, I like the Kyler Murray naked call.
Okay.
I think it makes sense.
It's just so hard to pair him up.
I love the Rams call, the onslaught stack. My only issue with it is that you're paying $9,100 for Cooper Kupp. Like, for me, like, if you're going to stack the Rams and for them to blow up, Cooper Kupp has to be part of that stack.
Right.
Right? I mean, there's no way around it, right? I mean,
Yeah. You can play Jefferson or Beckham Jr. as a one-off and all that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, for that stack to fully go off, Cooper Kupp has to be involved.
And he's got records that he could be breaking.
Yeah.
Like, he could be breaking all of them.
Yeah.
So,
I do like it. My run back on the Baltimore side would probably be Andrews the way he's going, but he's also really expensive.
he's really expensive. They've
7,400.
DraftKings has adjusted to it. I mean, he's getting to Kelsey type pricing, and
So I guess where I'm going with that is that it's a 46.5 total. It's not like high. It's not.
but that's
low.
because I don't think they think Baltimore's going to score a ton.
Right.
You could run it back with Rashad Bateman.
You could.
No, that's not a bad play either.
You could. Absolutely. I think. Look, man. Kansas City, Cincinnati. I think is a big game this week. I want action on that game. Burrow threw for like
500.
525 yards.
Yeah. They're clearly comfortable with him throwing the ball.
Kansas City's D at home is
I think
nervous to me.
Cincinnati's getting disrespected in this game. I mean, it's like a 5.5 point spread at home. That seems really high to me. I think Cincinnati's kind of playing with a chip on their shoulder a little bit. I don't know. I kind of like Burrow, and I would play Burrow with Higgins and Boyd,
Yeah.
not with Chase. Run it back with Williams, and that's a relatively inexpensive game stack.
Why not Chase?
Because he's more expensive, and I think we can free up money. There's a lot of good plays this week that we've identified already, and we've seen that. I mean, Burrow can go off without Chase.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
did it this past week.
Chase doesn't seem to get the volume the other two do. He
Higgins
seems
to be the guy right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Higgins
he's
is
the number
definitely
one.
Higgins is clearly
Well,
the guy.
So last week Higgins got 13 targets. Chase got 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just threw the ball
What was
a
the
ton.
week before that?
Higgins got 3, and Chase got.
I think the week before that, though, it was a bad week for the
Yeah.
Bengals, if I remember.
Higgins got 3, and Jamar Chase got 4. So they're pretty
Ooh.
close.
But who'd they play that week? That was a bad week.
They've played Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denver
I like
just-
both. I have no problem. I like all three. I think Boyd is one that we also. I mean, I think he gets.
Yeah,
a
he
lot
got a
of-
touchdown this week too. He just
Yeah.
wasn't in the Millionaire Maker stack, but
He didn't
literally,
get this. His second half wasn't as big
I
as
mean,
the other
if you
two.
want to onslaught it, you could go Uzuma at tight end.
Yeah.
He's cheap.
Uzuma got like 3 red zone targets that game. He was very close to also exploding. That game was just crazy.
That game was crazy. We can't expect that every game.
No,
I'm a little bit worried about Kansas City's defense is playing a lot better at home
they have gotten a lot better.
and
on the show.
on a big game. I don't know. What's the price comparison for Burrow and Stafford? Stafford's 71, Burrow's 69.
They're
so
about the same.
They're dead. They're dead the same. The defensive
Yeah,
ratings.
$200 difference.
Yeah, it's the receivers, I think, where it's a little bit
The
different.
reason I'm leaning Stafford is Baltimore sucking so bad.
Yeah, Baltimore's bad. Stafford had a bad week. I
mean,
feel like it's
Baltimore
a great
is like
bounce back week.
historically bad right
Yeah.
now. Their COVID and injury has just decimated their defense, and people are just but people are also putting up huge numbers against Cincinnati. I heard this week. I was hearing stats on that, but that makes Williams a good play. Anyway,
I like
this
the
is
Rams.
tough for me.
I like the Rams. I do.
I like all this. I like playing all kinds of parts of both these games. And I think we've identified the games that we like the most. I like I said, I like the Detroit-Seattle game for some pieces too. And I like these games that we're discussing
I don't
now.
like that total though. It's 42.5. I mean, that's low.
I'm not saying that we should build around it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like,
There's pieces for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like St. Brown again. I mean,
Yeah, he's been literally every week at least 10 targets, if
It's-
not 14.
he's Deontay Johnson of the Detroit Lions, basically. So
He looks really good too. I feel like he's got a bright future in the NFL.
okay, so this is a tough choice. We got 2 shows left. We're sitting in 8th place. We're 40 points out from 3rd. These lineups mean a lot to us. What do we do here, guys? I wish we had a little more fan interaction. We could get some some voting. What do you want to build with?
I go either way.
I mean, I feel pretty good about the Rams against Baltimore this week.
Let's
I mean,
just attack Baltimore. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
so we'll go Matthew Stafford. And do we want to do the onslaught, all 3 of them, or just
No.
some of them?
I don't want. Do you want to do all 3?
I mean, we got
This
to
is
play
a
Cup,
di-
We
right?
got to
Yes.
play Cup. Yep.
Definitely more of expensive. I like Jefferson, but you like Beckham, and I can understand why you like
Oh,
Beckham.
man, 9,500 for Cooper Cup.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but
I thought it was 91. Now I'm like 90. Wow.
it's like you said, they don't even have really a talented cornerback on that team right now, and so Cooper Kupp's going to destroy them. I mean, I would not be surprised if Cooper Kupp has a similar game that T. Higgins had last week, which was like, I don't know, 45 points, I think.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, they are going for records, and they are fighting for standings.
Yeah.
This game matters to LA, right?
It does, yeah.
So I ran it back with Bateman. What do you think about that, Julio?
Sure. I mean, we're going to have to save a little bit of money. How much is Bateman?
He's 45, I think.
48.
48.
Oof. I'm not feeling good about this.
Uh,
$4,900 is what I'm seeing we have left.
Well, let's pick our
43.
defense. Let's pick our defense.
Wait, I got Stafford, Cup, Bateman. Oh, I threw in Tyler Higbee at tight end.
Oh, you went monster
I went
onslaught.
double stack.
Oh, did you go Jefferson?
I did not go Jefferson. Did we go Jefferson?
I went Jefferson. Did you go Jefferson?
I haven't put either one of them in yet.
Higbee might make the most sense.
I definitely want to pick at least 2 with Stafford in.
Let's do Higbee because that saves us a little money too. And he's gotten a lot of targets.
Okay, let's go defense, and then we'll see what we're left with.
I'm going to the bottom of the list.
I don't really like anything down here.
I don't either.
What do you like up there?
I keep heading towards Buffalo, but it's expensive. I mean, it's 3,500 against
Oh,
Buffalo
yeah.
against Matt Ryan, who should probably retire.
Yeah, we're gonna have to drop a little bit, I think.
I mean,
Is that quarterback for New Orleans playing again?
no. I think, what's his face? God, what's the guy's name?
Hill.
Taysom
Yeah,
Hill.
Taysom Hill. He's back, I think.
What about Miami?
Miami seems okay. A.J. Brown coming back, I wonder, and they're on the road. But 2,800, they're
Arizona gets a lot of sacks.
I'd go with Miami. I mean, they've been killing it. Like literally every week, at least 9 points the last 4 weeks.
okay. I mean, now we're back to reasonable salaries.
What running back? That's probably where we need to go next. Is second running back because that's going to be our most expensive.
You guys liked David Montgomery, right?
I love David Montgomery. He just. But tell me, Juice, what you like.
I think we need to find a really cheap receiver right now.
Okay, that's where we're heading.
Yeah, because I think we had good running backs in the $6,000 range that we all liked.
So we need to free up some
Yeah,
money.
we need to free up a little bit of money.
I like Lazard against Minnesota at 4,200.
Yeah.
I like Pringle against Cincinnati at 41.
Our boy Nico Collins is down there at 4K.
I like Nico Collins.
I don't. For the record.
I don't like him. I like the other plays better.
He had his first touchdown this past week.
He set me up. What about Barrios, 3,700?
No, his most of his points came from a defensive touchdown, or no, not a defensive touchdown, but a.
I'm taking Palmer's not going to get the action again he had, right?
It looked like
I'm assuming Williams is back. No.
he's still going to be pretty involved. I'm not sure if Williams is officially back yet.
He's not officially back.
Yeah, he's still on the COVID-19 list. So if Mike Williams stays on that, I'd absolutely go with Joshua Palmer. He's only 3,600. I mean, it is Denver.
Yeah, I don't love that. You saw what they did to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I like Hardman or Pringle.
Yeah, it gets a little bit of exposure to that game.
I
Well,
like Pringle.
I think Lazard against the 32nd
I
pass
do like Lazard.
defense is
I do like Lazard.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could go for it, but I watched some of that Kansas City game, and Pringle looked like he's ready to win some games.
Yeah. Minnesota's just terrible at defense.
Yeah. They're playing Cincinnati, so it's exposure to that game.
Yeah, I like that game. I like Lazard. I vote Lazard.
I like Lazard.
Heavy lean. You can if
All right.
Sunday if we need to pivot. I gotcha.
They're like $100 difference.
That's
so,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. We can be flexible there. Okay, so now I'm thinking that we're probably going to play 2 running backs unless there's another good receiver.
I think we'll probably play 3 running backs. at
That's
this
what
point.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
2 more running backs at the running back and the flex we have left. Montgomery's got a lot of mention. I think I'm a big fan of Williams. I don't know if you watched that game, but he just got, even with Edwards Hilaire in there, he was getting so much of the action, and they throw to him.
Is
and-
Hilaire injured this week?
He's questionable.
Yeah.
Well, if
I
he's,
think even if he plays, Williams is a good play. But if he doesn't,
I don't want to play him if he plays. He's 5,800.
You
But
know,
if he doesn't play, I love it. I love Darrell Williams.
I mean, a guy that's cheap frees up a little bit of money for us is Devin Singletary. He seems to have taken over the role at Buffalo.
I do like Singletary. He gets a lot of targets.
There
I
goes
feel like
Atlanta.
I feel like they're going to be in the lead. He got 6 targets last week.
yeah.
He's been double digits. He's been fairly safe. He's under that $5,800 threshold.
He gives us a lot of stuff to play with at the flex spot.
Now we
and
have
then
6,100.
and we should do Antonio Brown. Maybe not because he fits perfectly. If we go with Singletary, go with Antonio Brown at the flex.
I think let's do this just because this is why we're a show. A lot of talking points here. I think Antonio Brown makes great sense just putting him here, and I think that's who we should play. Mitchell, if he comes back, would be somebody we could consider, right? I'm just going over guys we could also consider.
Yeah.
Barkley has a pretty decent matchup. I'm not playing Barkley, but if somebody else wanted to play Saquon Barkley, they could.
They might shut him down for the rest of the year. They're talking about.
Swift, we talked about. Fitz, this also could be played in this spot. Gibson, coming off a good game last week, could also be played. Pitts, coming off a big game. They're going to be throwing a lot.
I like Pitts this week.
Anyway, those are just what I'm saying is the last 2 lineups that we've done really well on, we had really good flexibility, meaning we're not forcing a guy in. We're
Right.
picking our favorite guy out of 5 or 6 different plays,
If we put Antonio Brown in the flex,
which I am fine with doing.
we have 6,100 left over, and we've got a lot of good options at running back. We got Rashad Penny, Elijah Mitchell,
I had already put Benny in.
Justin Jackson.
Yeah, I put
Swift,
Penny in already.
Pollard, Williams, Michelle.
So similar discussion we were having, but now it's just only running back. Yeah, Mitchell, Penny, Swift. I think who we like going into Sunday best is who should go in that spot. I'm fine with putting Penny. I think I agree with Jared. They're going to just pound Penny. Pound Penny. Is that another hashtag we can do? Pound Penny. By the way, the industry standard was pound the Dolphins that week. All their algorithms were coming up with 4 to 5 Dolphins.
Jared loves to pound the Dolphins.
Was that me? I thought that was Matt that loves the pound.
I pounded the Dolphins.
Oh, you
And
pounded
I pound Dolphins and Cardinals. But this week I think we're going to pound the Penny, right?
Yeah,
Or-
I love Penny. He's probably going to be in every single one of my lineups this week.
I agree with your love for him and why.
I don't like how handcuffed he is on his points. That's my only negative.
You mean I think he scores twice this week.
Yeah, I think it's very easy that he scores
He's
twice.
eyes on the ground. He's looked really good.
He has
Watching
looked
him play,
He
he
has
looks
looked
good.
He's looked good.
Is Connor healthy? Because that's another consideration if he's healthy.
I don't think he is.
Okay.
And if he's not, Chase Edmonds, I can't argue against playing
Chase
him.
Edmonds
It's
is
hard
not a
not to.
bad
By the way,
receiver.
it's hard
Yeah.
not to play Swift. If Swift is is back and getting 100% of his load, these
I mean, talking about how you want to play.
hashtag Swift's load.
You want to play. I can't remember his name, but the guy you want to play naked,
Murray.
Kyler Murray. I'd I'd love to do a Chase Murray stack in one of my lineups this week if Connor's not healthy.
Yeah, Edmonds is a good back. Period.
Yeah.
Like he's just a good running
Yeah,
back.
he looked good.
I like Penny here, but I do like that we have all that flexibility. I think if Swift comes back, it's going to be a coin toss which running back we
this
play
guy
in that
was
game.
like a top 5 running back when he was playing.
He was getting like plus Seattle sucks against the run.
They do.
They kind of just suck at defense in general. But
We
now
have a
with
ton
them
of
being,
options. What about Ramondre Stevenson?
is he the?
Is Damian Harris, is he out?
Yeah, Harris had a 30-point game last week.
I know, but he's back.
Stevenson's back.
Yeah.
Somebody we haven't talked in this slot too is because if we want to just go onslaught, we could go Sonny Michel in this spot too.
We could.
I mean, anyway,
I'm not against it, but
I
like
love
Penny a
the
lot.
flexibility of what we've done. I really like Lazard. I really like playing L.A. against Baltimore this week. I like running it back with Bateman as a cheap run back over Andrews because I think
I mean, another guy we're just kind of dismissing, and I kind of
nobody's.
get why.
I haven't dismissed anybody over here.
Justin Jackson blew up last week.
But isn't Eckler back?
Eckler's back.
Oh, he is back.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
And he looked just like Eckler.
Yeah.
Like he was
I think he's actually a little bit better.
he might be.
looked
He's
last
better
week.
running between the
I was
tackles.
me and Josiah were talking about this. Maybe Eckler's not that great. He's just in a great game
Yeah,
script all the
could be.
time.
He
He's a
is.
good offense.
I think Eckler's a really good back, but I think between the tackles, Jackson is a better
He
back.
looks very good.
Yeah.
I say we just put in Penny for now. You guys love him.
Yeah.
I do. I love him,
I
but I
like
love
him.
Swift too. I think Swift might be we may just pivot off. I think that's a tough
I
call
will
there.
say this: if I hear that Mitchell is a full go on Sunday, I'm going to try and convince you guys to go Mitchell instead of Penny.
Over who do they play?
They play Houston at home.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's good.
God, there's so many good running back plays.
How much is he?
He's 6,000. It's the same
Mm.
price. They're both good plays. I don't know. I mean,
I like it.
I like
if
it too.
Penny gets a touchdown or two, I think he's great. And he very well.
We could even if you really like Penny and you really like Mitchell, we can always pay up and go back a little bit. We got some flexibility in our defense too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that we could go with Mitchell where Singletary is, and then just go down on defense as well.
Yeah. I mean, we got some flexibility there. We played Bateman, not Bateman, Lazard. There's some I actually really like that play though in Lazard.
I like Lazard. I think that's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, I think
And he's besides Adams, he's kind of the number 2.
he's kind of like the tight end now.
He had 5 targets last week. I mean, he did a lot with them.
Yeah.
We could also pay down a tight end. I mean, Higbee's not a. I mean, we don't have to play Higbee.
No. So there's some cheapness we could go. Yeah. There's some spots. Do you want to play with that? I mean, I like what we have here, but I mean,
I like what we have here. If we got rid of Higbee, I'd want to move Lazard to Van Jefferson or Odell Beckham if we went down,
that makes sense.
because I want at least 2 pieces of that in this lineup. I feel like
He wants at least a double if we're not going. What is it called? I already forgot.
an
Onslaught.
onslaught
If we're not onslaughting, he wants a double.
Yeah,
I mean, you could go.
we got Matt in the
Uzoma.
in the
I
chat.
just noticed that too. Hey, Matt. Merry Christmas. What's up, fellas? Hope you had a Merry Christmas
Yeah, you too, buddy.
and a safe New. Yeah, hey, buddy.
You too, Matt.
We'll have in the off season. We'll get together and get you part of the social media team, Matt.
If we went down to Uzuma from Higbee, we could go up to get Elijah Mitchell instead of Singletary.
But that would only be double. That'd be a single stack.
It would be.
I really feel like this game's gonna blow up.
Or
I'll definitely have a million.
I feel like the Rams are going to blow up. I don't know
Yeah.
if I think the
or
game's
we
going
could
to blow up.
go.
I'm definitely gonna build a
instead
millionaire
of- we
maker
go
with
to
this
Uzuma,
onslaught.
and then we can go Sony Michelle.
I do.
That's a little different too.
Yeah,
I do think Sonny Michel is a integral part of that. They used to
Well,
running
He's kind of like Penny. Doesn't get a lot of targets. He doesn't get a lot of work in the passing game.
right. Whereas Henderson, they were running like pass plays in the red zone to get him touchdowns, which is weird.
mm-hmm.
I
A
think
lot of
I think
flexibility
we're
off
right
this
is good.
lineup.
We're
Yeah.
right is good.
Yep, I like it. I feel like it's gonna push us up the rankings.
Who do you think you're going to play this week, Julio?
I think I'm going to go. I'm going to do a Burrow stack.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm going to go Kyler.
I'm
Kyler
gonna-
had
I'm
such a
gonna
bad
build
game
around- I'm
against.
going to build around that game a lot this week.
I'm definitely gonna build like 10 millionaire maker lineups. I'm gonna do Burrow, Matthew Stafford.
God, it
Yeah.
must be
Tom
nice
I
to
Brady.
be
like
rich.
Stafford. I like Stafford a lot. I think it's a good stack. So
I like
think
it.
I think Cooper Cup being where he's at, people will probably shy away from playing it in Rays League.
So, our last two segments that we generally do here, we're kind of done a little bit of it now, but let's just go ahead and identify it. Let's give the people some dumpster dives. We talked about it in the receiver world a little bit. What's your favorite cheap play, Jared, this week? You don't mind diving at all.
No, I love.
I like
dumpster diving.
Lazard. I think Lazard's a good dumpster dive. If 4,200 is considered diving, I think it is. Who we've already played and talked about. I like the ones we talked about. I like Collins.
Yeah.
I like Collins.
I mean, mainly all I have is the ones we talked about. I like Palmer if Mike Williams is out, even though they're playing Denver. I like Nico Collins. I feel like he's just going to get more involved next week. Patty Mills, by the way, looks really good. I wonder if they're going to stick with him next year.
I feel like if the show doesn't work out for Jared, that he should be Nico Collins' agent.
yes, hype or just hype man.
Or hype man.
He doesn't need a job. He
You're
doesn't.
going to get a touchdown this week.
He doesn't need a job, so he might as well just be in the entourage, right? I mean, he doesn't need to work for him. He just
I
fucking
had a
hang-
dream, and it was you and a ball in the end zone.
Yes, he's.
I feel like Jared's gonna be like the Jerry Maguire to the Cuba Gooding Jr. for Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Show me the
Show
money.
me the money.
You know.
Show me the touchdown.
Next year, it's going to be like Nico's going to just drop him off at the show, like tell him, like,
Nico's gonna be a guest.
yeah, just
guest
hang it.
at-
No, he's just going to hang out while Jared does the show. like, yes, I like Nico too, though. I'm starting to see this. I probably have rostered Nico in Rays League more than you have.
I think you have, actually.
So
I can honestly say.
you know, no
zero
need,
Nico
no
Collins for this
Nico.
guy.
Okay. Julio, who do you like? That maybe a guy we haven't talked about that if you were diving that might end up in the juice lineup this week.
God, there's not a lot of like great value this week, right?
What about
I mean,
Burkhead? Is he a dumpster dive at running back?
He's 5,000.
I wouldn't consider him a dive then.
I was looking at him for the dumpster
It's
dive.
weird with all the COVID stuff this week. There's just not a ton of like crazy.
No, there's not.
Good
I
value.
can't really find any in like the 3,000
It
range.
seems,
Other
like
than
it seems like a lot of the guys are coming back from COVID this week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just kind of makes everything a little bit more like it straightens out everything out a little bit. I don't know. Laquan Treadwell's been kind of
He's the number one. Yeah.
How much is he?
He's 4,000.
They moved him up. He didn't even have a big
that's
game.
only
they moved him.
200 cheaper than
A guy we
Lazard.
mentioned.
Yeah, I think Lazard's the best cheap play.
A guy we also mentioned too that we almost played when we might play. The three of us is Pringle.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
Pringle this
yeah,
week.
definitely
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Pringle.
I think he's
I like Hardman too. Hardman's actually $200, I think, cheaper than Pringle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
7 targets last week. That's good
For Pringle?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he seems to get red zone targets too, which is rare in that offense. Seems like that's what they fight over most is who's going to get red zone targets.
Yeah.
Williams is going to score a couple though this week, I'm afraid. So I'm a little worried about Kansas City.
If Hilaire's out, I think I'd rather play Williams than Singletary.
Yeah,
I
it's not a bad
I
call.
agree with that too. We just know Williams can get like 5 to 7 targets, right? Okay. What about top shelf? Not necessarily lock and load, but if you're going to pay up, who are the guys that you think are worth paying up for this week? I know that playing Cup and this for 95 gave Julio ulcers. Jared had no problem doing it. Julio, who would you be paying up for? Do you think if you're looking to pay up to that top shelf?
I mean, a guy I kind of like this week. I think we haven't really discussed is CD Lamb at 7,100.
I think there's a good chance that I'm going to play some Kyler and run CD back
Yeah.
and try to get some pieces of that LA Baltimore in there with it.
God, Waddle's. Been
But CD,
so
I mean,
good.
between Cooper
I
and
love Waddle.
Cooper and the tight end and short, there's not a lot left for CD. That's what worries me about that offense.
Yeah, they spread it around a lot. They're not as concentrated really.
No, I thought CD would be more concentrated. To be honest,
I mean,
he
I really
dropped a lot of passes. That's probably why.
I feel like Waddle is actually cheap for how many targets he gets. He's 6,700, 12 targets against Tennessee. It
agree.
seems like a really
Yeah,
good
I think
play
Waddle's
this
a
week.
great play. I think Waddle will be well owned though. He'll be really highly owned coming off that Monday because the Monday night game doesn't adjust the lineup. The since he plays on Monday, there's no
Right.
adjustment for his Monday night performance. So you're getting cheap Waddle. Period.
Yeah.
I think he might be the most efficient play on the whole slate, which means he's going to be highly owned. Any other top shelf you guys want to mention? We didn't mention like some of the running backs. We kind of like some of the lower guys. Are there any high price guys?
I mean, I guess
Mixon, Cook,
Kamara, like just
Kamara.
yeah, he's 7,900. He's not in a bad spot. I mean, Taysom Hill's back, so that should help him out.
What about
Eckler,
Devontae Adams? We didn't talk about him a lot.
No.
They're pl-
Minnesota's bad defensively.
Yeah.
Right. I don't mind that a double stack. It's a
Yeah.
little cheaper double stack. And I love Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson may be my favorite receiver in the league. He's just so smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so smooth.
You know,
On that dome carpet, the DB is just so drawing dead. Like, I mean, he just
Yeah, he's good.
He just snakes open. I mean, it's just he's open every play. It's just whether they can throw it to him or not.
and here's another guy I love this week that until he proves different. I mean, Mark Andrews is just on another level right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's
listen,
He is.
listen to these last 4 weeks targets: 10, 13, 11, 9, 10.
and these are 3 different quarterbacks doing
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter who's quarterbacking. They're
It's
getting
weird
him
because
the
he
ball.
started off so quiet too.
He did.
He has just been
Exploded.
On a tear.
Yeah,
So-
he's expensive though. You're
He's
paying
expensive.
wide receiver price for him, so you might as well play him in the
If
flex.
you're gonna give me a wide receiver who's gonna give me 10 targets a week. Then
But I'm just saying, likely if you're going to play him at that expense, play him in the flex
Right.
because you're going to need some tight end savings with that flex play. Anyway, I like Andrews. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL.
Yep.
He's great. Yeah. Well, anything else on the top shelf? We sure haven't mentioned Mahomes or any of the top shelf quarterbacks. Well, I guess we're playing Stafford, so we're playing a lot of.
you could always go Mahomes at this point.
It's not
Yeah.
a bad play.
no.
Who plays the Jets? Tampa.
Tampa Bay, Tom Brady.
What about that top shelf? We didn't mention much of them.
I said that was one of my favorite stacks.
Brady. and-
Brady and Antonio Brown and probably like whoever the running back's gonna be. I guess Jones, maybe.
Oh, doing the negative correlated
Mhm.
stack. Okay, I
Well,
like it.
Jones usually gets targets, and yeah, because Tom Brady loves to dump the ball to the running back.
Yeah, he's. I mean, you consider their running back a receiver.
Yeah.
Ronald Jones just happens to be the worst of all of them at catching the ball.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Keyshawn Vaughn kid though. Man.
I think that's who's. I wouldn't play Jones this week.
I wouldn't either.
How much is Vaughn?
He's 5,200.
Oh,
I mean,
That's
he's
who.
up there.
That's who I'd play if I'm
But,
playing anything.
I mean, I like him more than I like Ronald Jones.
I do too. I think there's going to be. I think Ronald Jones is going to be highly owned, and people are going to. Vaughn this week is going to be a little more present. I think that's just my guess. That's a guess. So, anyway, we finished the build, so we don't have to do that. I like the build. We kind of
Yeah.
fit like a glove there.
Matt said he loves Sonny this week, which I agree with. Sonny's.
Yeah.
I mean, like he
It's
looks
hard
good.
though because there's so many parts of that game that with Baltimore's defensive backfield sucking so
Right.
bad, you want to attack that game so many different ways.
I mean, I'm not an offensive coordinator, but I mean, if I'm attacking Baltimore, I'm going through the air.
It,
They have no-
so would QB, running back, wide receiver also be an onslaught, or is that
Yeah,
is that a kind of a variation of the
I mean,
onslaught?
it's basically like a couple of years ago, right? with
Would that be the
Chiefs.
RB onslaught?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
the Chiefs, like you'd have you'd have Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill, whoever else you wanted to throw in.
Right, but I'm saying, does it change the name of the onslaught if it's a running back and not a receiver?
I mean, we could change it if you want.
I mean, I
We've come up with our own term.
that's what I'm saying. Let's start setting some industry standards here. I mean, we'll call that RB onslaught.
The RV onslaught.
Okay. Anyway, thanks, Matt, for listening. And I hope everybody had a good holiday.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're right about the hour mark. We're getting
Yep.
good at doing hour-long shows, by the way. It just kind of seems natural now.
Real
It does.
quick though, I want to ask.
Oh,
what's
here
your,
it is.
What's your opinion of OU now after last night?
So, since the Bedlam game and OSU beat us, and I felt like nobody's heart was in it, and then found out the next day that our coach was leaving. I didn't pay any attention to recruiting, so I did watch the game last night, and I was glad to see Mims out there. I was glad to see the running backs out there. They're both coming back. I love that Caleb's back. I'm now excited again for OU football. I hate that we lost some of the recruits we lost, but I got faith that Venables, if nothing else, will bring that in on defense, the equivalent. So, I thought we definitely looked like the better program last night, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oregon's going kind of through the same thing.
Yeah.
He's going through.
I mean, they had one defensive lineman that didn't play. That's incredible, but I don't think he's going to affect us that much.
I mean, and they're saying he might be the number one pick in the draft this year, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think that changes the
No,
game.
No.
So
I think OU looked. They look good.
yeah,
think,
I'm really looking forward to Libby, the offense coordinator from Mississippi, his offense. Anyways, I'm a fan. I'm excited. Jared, I was sad to see Team Dusty didn't win the bowl. Is Cuz in the bowl?
He is.
Oh wow, I think I kind of predicted that.
Actually, if I would have won, I lost by like 2 or 3 points just because I switched off of Gabriel Davis at the last second. If I would have won, I'd be in the championship too
With versus Cuz,
against Josiah.
it was destined.
Yep.
I call it. I predicted Cuz's team. Cuz has a pretty solid team, but you made a big trade and put yourself in it after Derrick Henry
And I
got.
lost by just a few points, and it was Najee Harris's fault and Tom Brady's fault because my first week in the semifinals, Tom Brady decided to have his worst game of the year.
Wow.
And that's what killed me.
I am not a season-long champion this year in anything. I don't believe so.
I got to the second week of best ball.
Oh, did you?
I got
In
top
DK?
10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I drafted. I think I looked up 35 DK teams and had 0 go through.
I didn't
I
have
did
any.
like 2 or 3, and one of them got to the.
Wow, that's a really good percentage because I know a lot of people that drafted lots of teams that didn't get anybody through.
I didn't get anything through. I had a buddy who.
DK best ball, if nothing else, I proved is tough.
It is.
It's really hard.
It is.
You get so nod to all the guys that are so damn good at it, right?
Yeah. I'm going to adjust my strategy next year and try to get in one. I did like 20. I lost every single one.
Yeah,
NBA's been fun.
I'm enjoying NBA, but I'm getting a
I'm
little.
really
I have to
enjoying
admit,
it
I'm
with
getting a
you
little
guys.
disheartened. I'm
Yeah.
just firing out good lineups that would beat most people in a cash lineup. I'm firing like 260s, 270s. I'm losing to 319s and 309s, and it's getting
man.
disheartening. It's getting.
It's so hard to keep up
you
with.
keep
for me.
playing LeBron James, and he keeps performing.
Right.
Like, when did that happen?
Recently.
Anyway, I got
You
so
gotta
let down.
keep up with
You
this
have to
stuff.
admit that you were a little nervous last night. My team was looking.
No, I wasn't nervous.
Anyway, Jared, are you still into it every day?
I don't know about every day.
$5 at a time is starting to take a little toll on
It
you
is.
too?
It is because whenever I enter into an NBA thing with you, I always got to do well. I got at least got to do one tournament, so I lose like $20 a day in my bankroll because I keep losing.
And so, what is your net income on crypto you averaging? Do you think right now?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, I know that you collect coins with the device in my house.
Yeah, that thing makes $10 a day.
Okay, so that thing's making 10.
So I'm still in the negative with what I'm losing.
with that one.
Well, if I'm
There's
losing
other
$20 a
things
day-
like that out there that you own.
Yeah, I have 6 of those.
Okay, so they're covering your DK.
They're covering my.
Okay, that's why
my
I just wanted to make
constant
sure.
Losing in NBA.
Okay. We could. I could try a GoFundMe account. Anybody who wants to start a startup, Jared can have $5 to take Julio on every day in basketball, and he does win.
I've won twice, but
That's 2 more times than I've won. No, I've won once, right? I've run once.
last night I put this cheap.
So how
guy-
many times have we done it?
A lot.
How many times do we guess we've done it?
I don't know.
Like 15, 20, I would say.
So is he
Probably.
really 17-2 or 17-3?
It's like against me. It's like 13-2. That's what it is. It's
Well,
something like
I won
that.
one that you were in.
No, I mean, okay, so maybe 12-2-1.
One, right?
Yeah.
So you, but he said we've done 20. That would make him
17.
17-2
That could be.
and 1.
It
I
could
don't know.
be.
I honestly, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. But
I would say we don't-
Seems we've been doing it for a while.
I
Yeah.
would say that we don't have an edge.
No.
I think it's fair.
Like
to
I
say.
said last night, I put this cheap player in just as a placement while I waited for the 9:30 lineups to be realized, and then I
saw
forgot,
Yeah.
and so it was stuck.
In basketball, I learned you have to use the alarm system.
You know what I've
Yeah.
noticed?
You guys
with
set
guys'
alarms.
Lineups though is you all
Are good?
usually,
I'm really good at it.
You all usually put in 1 or 2 plays. I'm like, and they pay off really big.
Well, I got a 0 last night. In Line Star, I have a
did too.
fucking issue with you because that's a total Line Star play, and you can't give me zeros, bro. I pay $99 a year. And you don't fucking sponsor our program, and we talk about you all the time. And I got a 0. Who's T. Davis? And why is he
Terrence
getting
Davis.
why is he getting zeros?
Apparently, he didn't play.
Coach's decision?
I don't know.
They're
I
like,
kind of liked Terrence Davis yesterday. He was on my radar.
so did Line Star. He got 0. You're not allowed to have zeros. That's not fair.
But I mean, I love the Marcus Morris call. I love that call.
I also have to thank Line Star for that.
I love Jared's Aaron Wiggins call. I was kind of going back and forth on
He's
him.
that guy kicked ass last night.
Yeah, he did. Like, I don't know. Like, I
So
feel
that's
like
a-
I feel like we could.
So we're
collectively
coming
put
into
together a really good
we're
lineup.
coming into New Year's. We make resolutions on New Year's. So Jared, as the director, kind of the ship that is the pivot. Do you have any resolutions for what content we're going to have available to the viewers and listeners next year?
next year we're going to have a algorithm built where we can have
Our own pivot.
projections.
Pivot's
Yeah.
going to have their own,
Wow, own
pivot
projections.
projections, bro. Brought
Yeah.
to you by
It's going to be released
Bitcoin.
in August.
The
and-
onslaught projections.
yeah.
yeah, we're going to build a site that's just tools.
How
That's
the
it.
hell are we gonna do that? I
He's,
mean, that's
they're doing
fascinating.
it. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're doing it. and I'm great.
Josiah, he's a data scientist, so he can code. So he can pull data.
So
out
here,
and build
you
the
want to know
whole
what
thing.
my
This is
goal for
exciting.
us, the 3 of us next
Are
year?
we gonna have a lineup builder too?
Juice,
Yeah.
I want you to hear this. I want to do at least a 30-minute Sunday up to kickoff.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
11:30 to noon. 30 minutes. We'll already have done the big show. We'll already have our lineup. We'll tinker with the lineups. We'll talk about last-minute things. We'll give our listeners all the information as they build their final lineups.
Yeah, I think it's good.
You think we can do that?
I
Can we
would love
commit
to
to
do
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just
I'm
have to
in.
come up with like a schedule that we
Are we-
set before this season starts.
We're gonna have show times, right? I'm gonna commit to show times as much. I mean, obviously, sometimes we're all gonna. He got COVID. We're gonna miss sometimes. But we're gonna commit. I want more content. We're gonna do some college football content next year. We're gonna do some betting content next year, and Jared and fucking can't talk. Jared and Cuz will continue to do the Start Sit show.
Yep.
And then all of us will be available for the Sunday morning show.
Yep.
Even Cuz is invited on the Sunday morning
Yeah,
show if he
that'd
wants
be
to come.
Do a 4-man stream there.
Yeah, we'll just give it all the information that we have. Put our heads.
We can have Matt come in every
Yes,
now
we can have
and
Matt come in. We can have some more guests. That's also something I'd like to do next year is to implement some guests more in our show a little bit. I enjoyed that when we did it. We got to get the Zoom so we can do Zoom guests instead
Yeah,
of
because the
stream.
Sunday show will probably be Zoom calls.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
could bring in guests more easily
Yeah.
that way. Anyway, why don't you guys, if you have content ideas, like I said, I want to commit. I'm going to get a college football build. It'll probably be just a 30-minute quick thing where we build a college football lineup. I want to do a betting show next year where we just tell us our favorite NFL and college football picks of the week. We could have a lot of guests. Anyway, you pivot, going to be full content, right?
Full content.
And then we got to commit to.
be our year.
We got to get social media, so we at least get Juice's 319-point NBA lineups up there, so somebody sees that we're actually good at NBA too, right? I mean, that
Yeah.
would be nice. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys could just post that every
we
day
got
if
to
you get.
you guys.
Or
we
Juice
need-
can. He
Yeah, I
can
can
post
post
his.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
We yes.
I'll try and post a lineup today on Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah, that's great.
I like it.
Yeah.
So that's your commitment. We're making New Year's resolutions. So I just did some. Jared did some. So Juice
I will commit to posting my lineup on Twitter.
and being available for a next year for a
Yeah, for sure.
kickoff
The
show.
The 30-minute idea, I've been behind for a while.
Okay,
So,
I like it.
Yeah.
Look for us at 11:15, 11:30. We'll figure out what time. But yeah, I think we're getting better. Full season this year. We missed 2 weeks. We're gonna learn how to do it. We're gonna have to get an assistant producer, I think, for this year.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
Jared is a man of many talents, but has been pulled in many directions.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you those who listen. We're up, I think, 78, 80 per subscriptions this year so
Yeah.
far. Call to action, like and subscribe. If you have people that listen to DK, just ask them to like and subscribe. If they don't listen every week, we understand. This is a good way to, while you're building your lineup, to listen to what we're doing. Anyway, we enjoy it. We hope you enjoy it. Juice, you got anything?
I'm just looking at NBA right now.
Oh, yeah?
There's some interesting
God, I gotta,
developments today.
I gotta get in. Jared, anything?
No, I think that's it.
You got, so happy New Year, good win OU,
Yep.
and who are we rooting for in the Final Four?
I'd like Michigan to
I
win.
think Michigan's gonna win it. I think that's my pick. It's
I've always
Michigan,
liked Michigan as a program.
right? Why not?
I
This is
like
their year.
Harbaugh. I think he's kind of cool.
Okay, so can I press the button and get out of here? Emmy, we
Yep.
miss you. I hope you watched. Happy,
better.
Feel better. My dad feel better who has
Yeah.
COVID.
Big Trev.
Everybody who's struggling with COVID feel better, and we're out of here. I'm gonna hit the right button. I gotta hit the right button. Start the show. That's the one. I don't know what you're been invited to get $5 taken from